Pretty good.
Call to order the Beaver County Board of Commissioners work session for Wednesday, December 2nd, 2020. Review work session discussion meeting minutes. No changes?
No.
Department head report. Hearing none, we'll move to solicitors.
Need the executive session to discuss litigation matters and some personal matters.
We need to return. Any questions for the solicitors? Board of Commissioners, the only thing I have is I spoke with Corey, and as of yesterday, surprisingly, he's had no department heads or elected officials call him and change anything with their budget. The time frame from now until the 17th. So he's had no questions. He's expecting to get some here before the 17th. He thinks, maybe not everyone has looked at it thoroughly yet. I had received one call asking if we were going to be filling positions that were requested. They're open positions, but unfunded. We wouldn't be creating new ones. And I said, this time they're not in the budget. We're not going to be doing that, but we will review on a case by case basis if the need of another employee comes up in a specific department. So that's all I have.
A couple of quick things. One, when we were doing some of the adjustments with Holly Vaught and her title and stuff, we kind of agreed that it should be sustainability and the like instead of waste management director. Waste management, and I noticed when they had a press release, and by the way, congratulations to Holly and that team. They got a $350,000 grant from DEP to continue with the recycling efforts and those kinds of things. But I noticed that the announcement came out on the thing saying Waste Management Department. So I asked Cindy to work with her and then make sure that some of their stationery and stuff reflects the changes of, and I guess you'll officially call the Director of Sustainability in the Recycling Center. So if you guys don't have any issues with that, I think that makes sense to make that consistency. But again, great job by them and their ability to get grants and the compost center and working with the public and working with different businesses on the recycling effort has been phenomenal. The other thing is I did meet with the community development folks and the continuum of care folks. They, as you know, completed the study on the need for the men's homeless shelter. Looks like they have a path forward. They'll be circulating some stuff for our review on how to proceed with that. Unfortunately, it looks like that won't be resolved, obviously, for this winter. So the alternative methods that they're doing to shelter the homeless, which, by the way, has increased significantly over the last couple of months, COVID related. It's not just a men's shelter issue, it's a family shelter issue. And I know the data that they shared with me is they've spent over $40,000 in the last month or so just housing families at hotels and alternative places. And unfortunately, that may only get worse at the end of the year when some of the stipends and stimulus money runs out for rent relief and those kinds of things for some families. But they're working on that. I did see where Representative Rob Maxey was able to get them the Cornerstone $85,000 grant for homeless activities. The Cornerstone does a pretty good job right now managing that issue with a whole bunch of folks across the county, from the women's shelter and the food banks and different people that help keep those folks afloat.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, we did have a couple of proposals where it was involved with the families being together in one building.
Yeah.
But at least we're moving forward now.
Yeah,
Financial funding for it. So,
yeah, so we did get a lot of state money, as you know, DCED money and the like. So there's funding there, and I think there's light at the end of the tunnel. But given the weather, it may be a rough stretch here for some folks. And then the last thing, at the safety meeting, yesterday, that we had, we had another false alarm or faulty system just last week. And a lot of people had to stand outside, in the cold for that. So I did talk to Dan Colville from a couple of, perspectives that I would like to see more preventive and predictive maintenance that would avoid some of these systems failing. Because on this one, he said it had something to do with a fire detector head that they fail occasionally. Well, the industry I come from, you fix things before they fail, so you don't have a lot of false alarms or issues happening. And he was going to check with firefighters to make sure we have good predictive maintenance, so that we don't get into these issues where we have the false alarms. Because the false alarms are leading to what I think is a fairly poor response on the part of our people evacuating the building when the alarm goes off, because we've had, a handful of these. They automatically think, well, it must be a false alarm. I'm very concerned if we don't do some safety training and some other measures that when we really do have a serious issue, some people may not be evacuated as quickly as they should be. So at that meeting, I did ask the safety group to really look at some drills next year and some training to make sure we've got that evacuation process, for the fire alarms handled a little bit better. So those are 3 things that I've been looking at the last week or so.
The only thing, we're gonna meet with HR and personnel.
Yeah.
And, we have an update on the cafeteria?
I spoke, we signed the contract at the last meeting. He's been working. He's gonna let us know in the next week or so his opening date and provide us with the menu. Should be in the next 2 weeks. He should be open. Carpet is being delivered Friday. They're gonna start on the bottom floor, starting Monday.
Hey, you can estimate a time on how long each floor?
They said it'll about be 2 weeks for the bottom floor, and then we'll work with the courts to see their schedule and we can squeeze a couple of days in together.
Are they working off hours?
I don't know the plan. The installers are going to be coming Friday to see as well, so they haven't gave us a timeline on that. So I know next week Constellation will be doing some evening work as well. So I don't know how that's going to be coordinated, but I'll get with Dan Colville on that.
Anything else? Any other? Move to other business? All right, audience participation? All right, is there a motion, or I guess we'll adjourn and go into executive session and not reconvene? Thank you.
Thanks.
Go in peace.
Please.